Ah, man, burns. What can you do? It's a sudden thing, but hey, you get that. You are listening to FBI, and now it is time for the Case of the Missing Narrative, episode 13. You may remember that in last week's bowel-quivering episode, fine listeners, we learnt that Tony Abbott was really a Romanian vampire working in league with John Howard and Alexander Downer to produce a neoconservative monster of terrifying proportions. Furthermore, they had employed the evil commercial radio DJs, Skerrik and Drosso, to help them find a vessel in which to incubate this spawn of Menzies. Thanks to Greg of Lidcombe, we now have a way to save them. We tune in to the diabolical Novocaine FM breakfast slot.
All right, you just heard 24 hours of Chisel's case, son. Yeah, that was a special request for all our boys in Baghdad from our special studio guest this morning, the Prime Minister, John Howard. Yeah, good morning, boys and girls. On behalf of all right-thinking Australians, I'd like to say, please rock and or roll as the case may be.
Okay, I understand you've got a very special offer for one of our lucky listeners.
Well, yes. Basically, Drosso, we're looking for a volunteer to carry the neoconservative spawn of Satan in their womb for 9 months. Okay, we're going to open the lines right now. So ring in if you think you've got room in the womb.
Okay, we've got Shazza from Macquarie Fields on the line. How's your womb looking, Shazza?
Oh, hi. Oh, yeah, it's great. Oh, well, I've pumped out six rugrats already, Drosso. But I'm raring to go. I could spell another little bugger out if that's what you want.
That's fantastic, Shazza.
Yeah, oh, you know, I'd swim a river of dirty fits for you boys, Skerrik.
All right. Shazzy, you Westie Slick. All right, what do you think of that offer, Prime Minister?
Yeah, well, Shazza, it's great when ordinary Australians all pull together. And may I say that my cabinet was pulled together many times. But for our uber-liberal Franken-Menzies, we were, frankly, looking for a slightly more blue ribbon donor. I mean, we are willing to pay an extravagant bastard bonus for this spawn of Satan.
Sorry, Shazza. No 3,000 drachma bastard bonus for you. But as a consolation prize, you do get to make a hate song dedication.
Dedication.
Yes, and who would you like to send your hate song dedication out to, Shazza?
Oh, I'd like to send it out to my ex-de facto and second cousin Jason in the Renee Rivkin Memorial Wing of Silverwater. I just don't think he suffered enough for what he did to my chickens. So play anything from the Whitlams.
Oh, ouch. Oh, you're a cruel piece of Westie. All right, Shazza, here goes.
And a picture of you.
Oh, it's cruel, isn't it?
Oh, no. Okay, well, we're back, folks. The Prime Minister is still in the studio, throwing down the gauntlet. So let's get our next lucky crawler. It's Princess Mary from Denmark. Mary?
Yes, well, Skerrik, well, Drosso, and Prime Minister. As someone who's been on the cover of No Idea magazine 73 times in the last week, I think I'm more than qualified, more than anyone, to offer my womb to spawn this fruit of democracy. I'm ready. Ripe, willing, and able. I mean, let's face it, having sex with Frederick, well, it's like trying to stick an oyster in a parking meter.
Whoa, Prime Minister, sounds like a tempting offer from the royal womb of Copenhagen. What do you say?
Well, it does sound like a tempting offer, and certainly the best so far, aside from Prue Goward's Janolan caves of luscious lasciviousness. But let's not go into that right now. But I digress. On behalf of all ordinary Australians, I accept your kind offer of a womb, Princess Mary.
All right, we have a
winner.
All right, let's jump into the Novocaine FM Smack Chunder Airbus and get this little Hitler percolating.
And so, sexy listeners, we find ourselves at Copenhagen Airport, where Princess Mary awaits in stirrups to be inseminated with the Frankenstein fetus of Menzies, Sir Joe, and Mr. Minster, a mandatory detention. But wait, the UN has got wind of these events, and Kofi Annan has called an emergency council.
Ladies and gentlemen, this council has been called because the free world hangs in balance. Not since Enid Blyton published cum-gargling sluts from the planet Xeron has the fate of nations hung upon such a precarious thread. We have it on the authority of a well-sourced blogger in Campbelltown that the evil forces of the right are in the process of assembling the dirtiest of dirty bombs in the form of a liberal uber monster. We have therefore reluctantly decided to invoke Clause 666, the B-Team.
Did you say the B team?
Yes, a crack team of right-wing busting bolshies.
But Mr. Anand, sir, surely that's against the Geneva Convention.
Geneva Convention? Geneva Crapvention, more like it. Everyone knows the Geneva Convention is as impudent as that floppish fop Frederick of Denmark. No, my friends, in times of dire crisis, such as now, the UN has irrevocable powers. Gentlemen, I introduce you to the B-Team. Firstly, author of The Female Unicyclist, Germaine Greer.
It's the female eunuch, you sexist piece of patriarchal burophallus, typical of your symbolic crushing of my fellow sisters. I mean, until you understand why I've become an honorary Aboriginal spokesperson despite the objections of the phallocentric hierarchy.
Yes, shut up.
You wouldn't know
Shut
what
up,
you're...
No. Now, introducing next, the world's greatest linguist and domino player, Professor Garden Noam Chomsky.
Well, by the syntactic expression implicit in the zeitgeist of your post-9/11 diametric paradigm, which both debases the academic construct and your own oligarchical symbiosis,
Yes, whatever, Chomsky, shut up. Award-winning journalist and filmmaker, Mr. John Pilchard. Pilger. Howard. Look at you, dining on your fat computers and resolutions, while the one-legged dwarf children of Upper Quinzali are toiling 46 hours a day in cocaine mines. Oh, shut up, Pilger. Now, Booker Prize-winning target, Mr. Atlantic Salmon Rushdie. Mr. Rushdie, it's safe to come out from under the table now.
No, I wasn't hiding. I just dropped my... what about me? It isn't fair. I've had enough and I want my share. I've had a fatwa, you know.
Oh, get over it, Rushdie. Speaking of fat, I'm sure you're all familiar with Mr. Michael More is Less.
As a dissatisfied customer, a simple working slab, I'm disgruntled at the state of the present administration. What has Bush ever done for me, apart from making me $76 million in books, films, and T-shirts? I ask you...
Stow it, More, stow it. And now, all of you at once into that big white helicopter. There is something rotten in the state of Denmark, and only you, the B-Team, can save the world.
But how, you phallocratic patriarchal dick?
And how will the finest left-wing personalities in the world, otherwise known as the B-Team, stop Princess Mary from being inseminated with Howard's evil spawn of neoconservatives? If you have even the vaguest idea, no matter how outlandish it sounds, ring FBI now on 833-22-999 and tell us. 833-22. You've been listening to The Case of the Missing Narrative, written by Benito Di Fonzo, Tug Dumbly, and listener Greg of Ligcombe, and performed by Benito, Tug, Regina Botros, and myself. Ring now, 833-22-999.
No! Stop it! No! I'll talk. I've got to rush.
Timmy. Okay, so we did have a suggestion or three. Which was the winning suggestion?
The winning suggestion was Tudor from West Ryde. Tudor, and yes, a lovely Transylvanian person.
Another one.
Yes, there's a lot of them. Yes. Anyway, he has suggested that the B-Team kidnap Princess Mary, take her to an island, and pump her with hormones so that she becomes so hairy that Howard can't find her or recognize her anymore.
Sounds good.
That's an excellent suggestion.
Basically, hairy is a Romanian housewife, I think is the expression.
We're going to get a lot of Romanian
Well, you can definitely
complaints.
look forward to that next week, everybody.
And I should
Thank you,
apologise
Judah.
to Urko Jeff, because we saw your email after we'd already written the script. But it was a great idea, bringing the Dolphins back. Bob the Builder, Kojak.
Bob
It's a
Ellis.
great
I'm
idea.
still waiting for Bob Ellis.
Bob's coming back
We'll
next
try and
week.
factor in a few of your ideas next week as well, Urko Jeff.
No problem. Thanks, guys. We've got to get out of here.
See
Sounds
ya.
Eclectic up next. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.